Hi everyone, hope you're all doing well, and today I'm going to do a little bit of an update into what I've been buying, what I've been selling, and just keep up that transparency and do the regular update I do normally towards the start of a new week, what I did last week, if I've made any moves in the stock market. So yeah, hope the video is useful. If you do want to know when I'm buying or selling in real time though, so you don't wait up for the end of the week update, make sure you join the Patreon, link is in the description. Join through there, you get to see my buy and sell alerts, as well as a lot of other stuff. There's a Discord with 600 members on. We do a lot of exclusive content on there. Last week there was 3 exclusive videos last week on the Patreon, all with no adverts as well, which is a little bit of a bonus. Them videos are either education videos, they're either portfolio reviews, or live Q&As that we do every week as well. So yeah, hope that is all useful. And if you do want to start investing, there's some links to some brokers in the description like Free Trade. Join through there, you get a free share as well. But we'll get stuck into the video. So when it comes to selling, I actually did not sell any shares. So you probably know last week I made a video saying that I might sell Tesla. Turns out I did not sell it, I kept on holding them shares. So far it looks like a pretty good decision, even though we were talking about a bit of short term here, but it had a very good week last week. And actually in pre-market, look at that, it's actually up 2.5% as recording this video. Yeah, last week it did very well. I was oohing and ahhing about selling the stock just because I thought the valuation has gone a little high. We are talking about a 900 billion market cap company, we're nearly in the $1 trillion club. But yeah, I thought, you know what, I'm going to hold it, I'm going to see what happens through earnings. Went to earnings were, in my opinion, Tesla earnings were absolutely amazing. And then I was like, should I sell it, should I not? I still think it's a great company for the long term. So yeah, at the moment I'm still kind of holding it. There is a point where the valuation just gets absolutely bonkers, where it might force my hand to sell. But yeah, at the moment, you know, when it's on an uptrend like this, probably not the best idea to kind of sell a stock. You know, you don't want to be selling some of your winners. And yeah, I'm just happy to hold that one. Everything in the future looks pretty good at the moment, so kind of sitting back on it. And the also other thing that did come into my thinking was that, as you guys probably know, PayPal announced they might try and buy Pinterest, and I thought at the time I don't also want to lose Pinterest and Tesla, because losing 2 stocks in my portfolio would just give me way too much cash, and I'd be like, well, what do I do with all this cash? So that was also another thing that kind of played into it as well. But yeah, at the moment, not sold Tesla, still holding that one. So yeah, there were no stocks sold in the portfolio last week. On to stocks I bought. I did buy 2 stocks, the same 2 stocks from last week. So if you kind of watched the video last week, it's the same 2. So kind of ruined the surprise there. But obviously that means that, number one, the stock that I'm currently trying to make my biggest UK holding, which is Boohoo. So I did buy a little bit more Boohoo. It has been on a bit of a decent run. Today is recording this video, it has opened a little bit weak though. But before that, we did start bouncing off these lows of 178, and then we had a little bit of a pump up here. It is pulling back a little bit, we'll see where it goes. It does seem like the whole UK market is a little bit weak here, but it has got to that point of view where it did kind of start to get that high that I was like, I'm going to stop buying here. So I bought one more time and I thought if it carries on going up, I'm going to stop buying. But it is starting to move back down in the right direction now for me, so I can carry on buying a bit more. Obviously it sounds a bit crazy, but I want the stocks really that I'm buying to go down so I can buy more of it. So if it can stay in this sort of range for a bit longer, then it will give me more chance to build this position up, make it one of my biggest positions in the stock market. And yeah, I did buy a little bit more Boohoo, and ideally without going any higher than the current price it is right now, you know, without going in that £2 range, I'd love to buy a bit more. There was some positive news on a bit of a side note really, going a bit off topic, which was about Boohoo. Boohoo actually came out and announced they have a collaboration with Megan Fox, which I thought was a really good partnership. I think that Megan Fox has a very good following on social media, and I think maybe a few years ago, well, maybe if we went 10 years ago, I think she was very popular, and then I think maybe in the last kind of 5 years, she's kind of gone out of the mainstream media a little bit, but I feel like at the moment she's kind of coming back in, or she's got a very public relationship at the moment, and I think that's obviously good when you have someone that is making a lot of headlines like that. Any press is good press, I guess. And as well as that, I think, like I said, she's got a big, massive following on social media, which is great. So yeah, I think this is a very good collaboration with Megan Fox. I think a few people might say it's maybe not a good move, but in my opinion, I think with what following she does have, I think that's really good. So yeah, a little bit of a side note there on a collaboration that I nearly missed. But yeah, I think Boohoo once again making some good moves right there. And the last stock that I bought, which if you probably watched the video last week, you probably have got this one, which is ASOS. So I did buy a little bit more ASOS. ASOS was doing very similar things to Boohoo. It was having this little bounce up here. It's had a bit more of a bounce actually than Boohoo, as you can see from the lows now. It's up about 18%, and it very much like an ASOS, I don't really want to buy too much above the £25 range. So it kept going up, and by the time it got around to about here, I was like, okay, I'm going to buy one more time, and then if it doesn't go any lower, I probably won't buy any more. And it has gone a little higher. So once again with ASOS, a bit like a Boohoo, it's got to the point now where I've kind of started holding off if it goes any higher, not buying anymore, which is a little disappointing. So very much like a Boohoo, if it can go lower, that would be better, because then I can build my position into ASOS a bit more, because it has had a bit of a bounce here. I don't want to buy too much higher than this really, than where it is right now. But for Boohoo really, I mean obviously I've got a really good size in this one, because it was already my second largest position in the portfolio, on the UK portfolio. So I've got quite a decent chunk there, but I would like it to make it my biggest UK holding, so I need to buy a bit more than what I do have. With ASOS, I'm currently about half my position built in this one, so that's not too bad considering. So if it was to kind of just carry on going up here, I won't be too disappointed, because I have built up a very good position. But I would just like to buy obviously double that position size that I do have, and to do that it would need to go lower, and I want to buy it lower so it kind of gets rid of that risk if it goes higher. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with ASOS in particular. And another thing that I'm being really careful of with like a Boohoo and ASOS is that just because it's dipped here and it starts bouncing up, I don't want to get too carried away and go, oh no, I'm going to miss the chance to buy it. I want to try to play the long game over like the next kind of 3-6 months. Be a little bit patient, and if I'm being a little bit patient, that hopefully will allow me to kind of build up that position. And like I said, if it doesn't work out, then still I've got an okay position. And then day I'm still going to make money on that, and I can't be too disappointed about making money on it. So yeah, those are the two stocks I bought. The stocks that I sold, which wasn't any, and I know I said I was considering selling Tesla, but I didn't. And yeah, that's a little bit of an update where I'm at with my stocks that I'm buying or selling. So I hope that video was useful for you guys that like to track along with that, and I will see I have no plans what the videos are going to be for the rest of the week yet. We'll see what happens with earnings. I think that will throw a few spanners in the work, and we might be talking about some companies that report earnings. But yeah, hope that video today was useful for you guys that do like to track along, and it was a good little update. So if you'd hit that like button, that'd be absolutely amazing, and I'll see you on the next video.